outside the gate now. Even my skillsman had run away. Everybody in the neighborhood. I mean, if I had known, I would have just picked my daughter from school and then escaped from there too. But right now, I'm right in the middle of this fire that is going on, just praying and hoping that it abates soon. Because I cannot actually tell you exactly what is on ground because I'm inside my house.
Okay.
But if you pay attention carefully, you hear some gunshots, you can hear some airplane and helicopters hovering above. And that's all. But it's very, very close to where I am. I made some calls to people around, and I was some of the people that are neighbors. Some of them told me that they were trying to attack the Giwabara, which is very close to where I live. But as it is right now, everywhere is quiet. In fact, as I'm talking to you now, I don't think I should be raising my voice.
Now, you've been listening to an eyewitness who spoke to us earlier on, relaying his experience at the scene of the incidents. Now we'll take you back live to the Governor's Forum happening at the Eco Hotel, and we'll also keep an eye on the incidents in Maiduguri.
You link me up so that in Lagos I'll be able to go to your studios. Okay, yes.
In fact, if it's impossible, we were thinking of maybe later tonight, on the news at 10, but I'll confirm that.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Let me do are we good? You come and say, okay.
Okay, thank you. HOD.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Well, they're taking a short recess, but I'm standing by to do an interview with a professor from Maiduguri. Kenny, are we ready? Okay. That's my colleague, sir.
Welcome back to our new studio here in Lagos, Nigeria. These are the top stories we're tracking for you at this hour. Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State in Nigeria's northeast, is under siege after insurgents dressed in military uniforms attacked the Army Brigade Command, popularly known as the Giwa Barracks in the GRA area of the state capital. Reports from students of the University of Maiduguri also confirm the insurgents have laid siege on the school. Now, prior to these attacks, 3 loud explosions shook the town. Earlier on, we spoke to a resident of the town on phone who said they have remained indoor for fear of being attacked by the insurgents. Also, terror attacks in the north of the country may be assuming a frightening dimension, with over 60 people killed in a fresh attack in Faskari community in Katsina State. This is happening even as federal forces battle an insurgency by the Boko Haram sect in Adamawa, Yobe and Borno State in the northeast. Eyewitnesses say the attackers said to be Fulani cattle herdsmen rode on motorcycles into the villages in broad daylight and killed whoever they found. Reports say also that the victims include men, women and children, and about 47 bodies have already been buried. The herdsmen have also been rampaging across Plateau, Benue State in the north central. These attacks coincide with the visit of the President, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, to Katsina State to commission government projects. Now let's take you back again to the Nigeria's Governors Forum retreat, where it is taking place at the Eko Hotel, and my colleague Nyotegbe is standing by to go ahead with the interview.
There were 3 explosions and the school was being attacked, gunshots everywhere. What's your reaction to this?
Yeah, what is happening in Maiduguri from my own sources is that the Giwa Barracks and military cantonment was attacked. I spoke to my students and they said they are highly agitated, but the university is calm, and then the neighborhood of the university is calm. But seriously, I don't usually dabble into political security issues. We leave that to the security experts to handle.
Okay, so you're not, even though you're worried, you don't have anything to say about the fact that insurgents dressed as military men are laying siege to your university?
Egbe, what can a pure lecturer say? This is something that is happening for the last 3 years. If the federal government cannot find a solution to it, 3 years, insurgency, one group, then definitely, what can I say? Nothing.
All right, finally, the review you've talked about here.
Yeah, you see, every state has what we call a comparative advantage. If you go to Plateau, they're talking of Irish potatoes. Go to Adamawa, you're talking of massive livestock. Go to Kano, they are talking of rice. You understand? Come to Lagos, they are talking of aquaculture. We want the individual governors to key in. Everybody knows what is your major crop in that particular state. So key into it and then try to emphasize it. You understand? I want a situation whereby every state will just be given a mandate crop. Cross River take pineapple. Enugu take cashew. Benue take yam. And before you know it, the whole crops will be covered, and then there will be a kind of professionalism. So you now key your farmers towards a particular crop. You give them all the necessary incentives, you train them towards that particular crop, and then you be the food basket for that particular crop. That way it will work. But yeah.
Okay. Would this handle the issue of insecurity? For instance, you talked about the Fulani cow, and we know that the headsmen have been, or suspected headsmen, have been attacking villages in Benue and that focus, I mean, okay, this is a grazing land. Would that help curb insecurity?
Definitely, it's the zero grazing I'm advocating. Why are they moving? Why are the Fulanis moving? This is a very important question. They are moving because once the rains in the north cease, they have to come to the south because of pasture and water. 2 basic things. So if in the north, you can get the grazing reserve, you get the grasses for them, the pasture is there all year round, and then you make water available for them, why should they move? You understand? That's the zero grazing concept I'm advocating. And you know, we do it in our individual houses. People keep cattle in the house. The cattle do not even go for exercise. People keep sheep in the house. The sheep do not go out for grazing. And by the time you go to the palaces, you see the horses are there. They are being fed. So that's the zero grazing concept we're talking about. Keep your animal to yourself. Get the food necessary, and then even the output is going to increase.
Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Well, we're talking to a professor from the University of Maiduguri talking about the insecurity situation in the land. He says he's not competent to speak on the security situation, but he suggests that a focus on agricultural production, employment, creating such opportunities, what he calls it, for instance, the Fulani issue, the Fulani and the farmers issue, is that give them a zero grazing opportunity, zero grazing land, so that they can feed the animals and don't have to move from place to place. And this will help to curb insecurity in the land. As I said earlier, we're at the 3rd edition of the Governors Forum Retreat holding in Lagos. We have several governors here, some others being represented by their deputies. But one of the things they've focused on so far has been the issue of agriculture. We had Governor Professor Victor from the University of Ibadan talking about different states and what they've been able to achieve in the area of agriculture. But what he looked at the most was the fact that even though the policies have been made, what about the areas of achievement? How many of these achievements have been put forward? How many governors are pursuing, are monitoring the policies that they have put forward in the area of agriculture? He laid out different states. Policies in terms of food production, policies in terms of youth empowerment, how many of the achievements are being pursued? And where there are wrongdoings, where there are people going away from the policy, how many of them